Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter E. The letter E is kind of easy to make. It was just a matter of getting it, I guess, kind of scaled properly so that it looked right to me. All in all, the letter E isn't too hard to make, actually. So once I got that done, I did go onto the roof, and I wanted to do something a little bit different from what I did on the other letters. I decided to kind of do a mid-century kind of roof, something unusual and different. I did have a little bit of a problem with the center roof in the middle part of the eave because I didn't know what I wanted to do, even though in my head I kind of had an idea, but I did kind of finally get it, and I kind of like the way it looks. The way it kind of goes over that the little open spaces in the center, it looks really nice. I did want the layout inside to make sense as you walk through the home. It was a little difficult, but I do believe I managed it pretty well, if I do say so myself. Make sure you let me know it in the comments. I did think about putting in 2 bedrooms, but I realized that with a living room in there as well, having a second bedroom, it wasn't going to work. I wasn't going to be able to figure it out. Unless I had like a very thin bedroom, and I definitely did not want to do that, even though I do think it still would have worked okay. But as I'm putting it together, I did have in my head that I was just going to do an arch to get into the office area, and in the end, you'll see that it's actually a pretty cool layout. I like it. The windows were a little difficult. I did change them out, I think once or twice, if I remember. I mean, sometimes it's just really hard to get the right windows to work with what you have in your head, at least for me anyway. I do really like the way that they looked on the outside, but I realized very quickly after I placed the furniture and everything inside that the windows just weren't going to work, so I switched them out to something else. I think they're the happy birthday windows, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not 100% sure. The kitchen did end up being a galley kitchen, which turned out pretty neat. I'd say it's the main focal point of the whole build. So like as soon as you walk in, that's like the first thing you see. Of course, the fork and spoon is up there too. I mean, I have to have my fork and spoon. I just can't not have it. But I did feel like I had extra space in like the bathroom bedroom area. So I felt like I needed to add something else in there, and that's why I added the laundry room and a full closet. And now we're about ready to get into the decorating portion. So make sure you hit like, subscribe, and comment. Now let's get into it. Blink. Okie we are ready. Here is the finished home. I really like how this turned out. It's very different. It's an E. What do you expect, right? And look who's here to greet us, Mrs. Crabapple. Hello, Mrs. Crabapple. How are you? Thank you for greeting us today. So first, I just want to look around the outside. There's really not much going on. We've got some landscaping, tree over here, nothing around the back because, you know, it's the back. We do have a trash can. And then this part here, if you move this trellis over, you'll see this harsh line. I did not want that harsh line. So I put the trellis there, added some other wall climbing greenery, some wisteria, some bushes around the bottom so it doesn't look too weird, mailbox, and another little tree out here. So you guys ready to see? Are you guys ready to go look? Okay, let's go. So as you come up on the porch, we've got this beautiful water feature here on either side, with some bamboo in the back. We've got some plants here, and I'll show you how I did that in just a minute. But we've got the same thing over here, same little water feature, and this thing here. Want to see how I did it? I'll show you. So all I did here, this is 2 of them. I put them one right in front of the other using the Alt key, and then I moved it back a little bit because this was raised up, and if I didn't move this back or up a little bit, then you'd be able to see right through it. So I gotta fix that a little bit. So I just kind of squeezed it out just like that on both sides. Is it perfect? No, but do you have some cute little potted plants in the front? Yes. We go inside, say hello to Mrs. Crabapple, and walk right past her. We've got a keyboard in the entryway. It's a very cute little entryway, I believe. We've got your coat rack and your shoes down there, a little entryway table, some blankets, and a hall rug. You walk straight, you walk into where the kitchen is. It is a long kitchen, but it's a functional kitchen, and that's what matters. I do have my fork and spoon. I can't forget that. I added some items from the kitchen clutter kit on the shelf from, I believe it's Dream Home Decorator, I think. More clutter items over here, matching stove and refrigerator. We've got some wall items. We've got some herbs over here, just kind of chilling on the window. She likes to grow her own coffee bar with your coffees. I know those are actually teas, but I'm going to pretend that they're just different coffees. And your creamer over here as well. Your nice little dining room. This little shelf up here with some photos, just kind of chilling out. Some more clutter. Cute little dining room table and a little accent table over there. Here you see we have the living room, which is a comfy, cozy little section, I do believe, if I do say so myself. Nice little TV, some wall decor, and other things. I did try to match up the curtains with the rug. I think it worked out really well. I love the color choices that I have in here. They all go so well together. Here is the office. We've got the games table with some pink chairs and curtains and an office desk. That's a little cluttered up, a little dirty. She does do computer work online a lot. Where's the curtain that was there? It's gone. No. There they are. I added the curtains. Anywho, so this is the beautiful little office area. We go out this way, and this way, and this way. If we go through the whole little hallway here, through this door, we've got an amazing purple and yellow bedroom. I love it, I love it, I love it. Worked out pretty good. The curtains are a little dark for my taste. I kind of wish they were more of a lavender than a purple, but I don't think they look bad. I just pushed the curtains together closer than they should be, so they overlap. Added a few little wall pieces. Added the mirror, book nook section. I think it works out pretty cool.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to remind you to hit that like button, leave your comments, questions, and suggestions down below, hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget that notification bell. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So for the curtains, so I did have to alt place the curtains. They want to place down there. I just brought this down so that it would go up a notch. And the same thing with this. I had it so it would go over and brought it down so it would go up a notch. Now this picture was so fun to do. It is just a picture inside of a frame. As you can see, the picture disappears behind the frame, so you have to delete this wall behind the framed photo and alt place this very carefully so it'll fit. It's not an actual perfect fit. If you see, oops, you can see right here that there is a little bit of a gap, and there's also a little bit of a gap at the bottom, but I like it just the way it is. And the mirror on the cabinet, I'm sure I've showed you before, but all you do is you take out these three walls here so that the mirror doesn't try to connect to any of those walls. You hold down Alt and very carefully move the mirror so that it kind of shows up like that. Now you can do it on both if you want, or just one. No biggie. If we leave this room and go immediately to the right, this is the laundry room. There isn't a ton of stuff in here, but there's enough. Got a nice little wall section up there, the washer dryer, and some home cleaning items. So you could take out the baskets and put in a vacuum if you want. I just don't have the bust the dust, so I can't. And through here is the really cute little bathroom. I really like it. It was supposed to be a tan, not yellow, but it ended up being yellow, so yeah. Step down shower. And this is all from the sleek bathroom kit. And we've got a little linen closet, little linen cabinet over there. Yay! That needs something, but I couldn't think of what to put there, so I'll leave that open for your creativity and ingenuity. But I really like this one. I can't believe it's an E. This turned out pretty good in my opinion. Better than I would have anticipated. But if we take a look down, you'll see it better. Alrighty, so here you can see the E worked out pretty well. So this is still open. I did not turn these into part of the home. It is not part of any kind of room or anything. You can use it, at least in my mind, you can use it for anything. It just can't be an interior functional like bedroom kind of thing. So like what I did here, I did it as like a sunroom area. So you could do something like that too if you want to. But as you can see, this is all of it. I do believe it turned out pretty cute for an E. And then if you look at it from back here, I think that's amazing. I love this. And then to see this in motion with the water jets or the water features, I think it looks great. I absolutely love it. I just do. It's such a cute little house. And it looks so cute. It all kind of meshes well together. I really like this. I hope you guys like it too. If you want to download it and give it a shot, you can find it on the gallery under letter E home, or you can look under hashtags alphabet challenge, lilmomma, Momma-One, and letter E. I should say letter E shell, but I forgot the shell part when I did it, but that's okay. So you can find that on the gallery, and if you want to download this completed build, under the same hashtags, letter E, alphabet challenge, lilmomma, and Momma-One. And yeah, this is what the thumbnail looks like. It looks absolutely insanely terrible, but you get the idea of what it's supposed to be. So I hope this gives you guys some inspiration, whether to use this home, do your own, refurnish this home, whatever that inspiration may be. I hope it works out wonderfully for you. If you do try out this shell, let me know. You can tag me on Twitter or Blue Sky, or you can just leave a comment down below letting me know where to find your build so I can go check it out. Make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, have fun.